Watch him now, watch him. Right. Remember, he's got two hands, right? Damn, man, what the hell are you doing? This guy will knock you on your ass. Come on, Rock, it's not a game. You want to live in the hospital for 5 weeks this time? You thought I was tough? This jump will kill you.
All right.
Come on, get your head on your shoulders, man. Think about the fight, Clubber Lang's in here, he's trying to hurt you, Rock. He's trying to hurt you. Okay, here he comes. Jab, he's jabbing, he's trying to hurt you. You gotta fight him, you gotta move.
Not again, I'm taking the beating. He's up against the rope. Can't get out of the corner.
He's hooking. Damn, Rock, come on. What's the matter with you?
Tomorrow. Let's do it tomorrow.
There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow.
Welcome back to the channel. My name's Mitch, and this is ChampMind Studios, where we break down the mindset and habits from some of the most successful people in the world. We figure out what makes them great from a mindset and psychological perspective, and we apply some of those skills into our own lives, into our own goals, as we look to unleash greatness. And guys, we lost a legend. We lost an absolute legend yesterday in Carl Weathers, who passed away at the age of 78. Carl Weathers, of course, best known for his role as Apollo Creed in the Rocky series, has played a number of iconic roles throughout his acting career, including his roles in Action Jackson, Happy Gilmore, The Mandalorian. I mean, this guy has done it all. And one of the greatest human beings, in my opinion, to ever get into the acting business, has had a pretty interesting upstart. You know, he started out as a college football player and then transitioned into the acting world. And, he was big on mindset. He was very, very big on mindset and psychology, which is what this channel is all about. So in honor of Carl Weathers, I wanted to play tribute to him today and share with you some of his biggest mindset philosophies that helped shape his career and also inspired millions of people that looked up to him to achieve greatness in their lives. But before we get into that, guys, go ahead and smash that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and ring that notification bell because you do not want to miss what's coming your way from ChampMind Studios here in 2024 and beyond. All right, with that being said, let's talk about Carl Weathers, man. And listen, when I found out that he passed away yesterday, I'm not going to lie, it hit me. It hit me a little bit, and I know that might be silly to say about a celebrity that I've never actually met before, but sometimes you just can't help it. You know, these people that you grew up watching, whether it was through a movie, a TV show, a sport, whatever it was, when you find out that they're no longer with us, it hurts a little bit. And it's not quite the same thing as losing a family member, losing a friend, right? It's not the same thing at all. But you definitely get in your feels a little bit. And when I saw Sylvester Stallone's tribute to him, it moved me. It moved me, and I definitely wanted to try to play tribute to him as best as I can, because there's some things about Carl Weathers that I don't think were commonly known. You know, obviously what he's best known for is his role as Apollo Creed. And listen, if you're my age or older, that's probably how you know of him. Or maybe you watched him in Predator, maybe you watched him in all the other movies that he was in. If you're younger than me, maybe you just know of him from his role in The Mandalorian, and he was great in that too. But what you probably don't know about Carl Weathers was he was a Shotokan karate black belt, a lifelong martial artist, was big on meditation, big on mindfulness, which we love on this channel, right? He also had a brief stint in the Oakland Raiders in the NFL and was a very, very good college football player and a phenomenal leader. And those leadership skills carried over into his acting career, and he mentored so many people. And it's not talked about enough because it's the acting world, right? Usually in the acting world, individual accomplishments are highlighted more than anything. But I guarantee you there are hundreds of, maybe thousands of people that will tell you that they were mentored directly by Carl Weathers, and he played a huge, huge role in their success. So with that, I want to share with you some quotes directly from Carl Weathers on mindset, on getting after your goals, believing in yourself, and not letting anybody tell you that you can't be great. because that's the hardest part in and of itself. I talk about that all the time on this channel. You'll hear two different voices, two different negative voices. The internal one, it's your own mind that's telling you, man, I don't know about this. I don't know if you're good enough to do this. That's your own voice. And you got to do everything in your power to silence that voice through positive affirmations, through a relentless self-belief. But there's also that external voice, that voice that comes from other people on the outside. Sometimes it's the ones that are closest to you that are doubting you, that are telling you you're not good enough. And listen, sometimes it's not even done in a vindictive way. Sometimes it's family members that are trying to, they think they're looking out for you. And they're telling you things like, man, I don't know if this career path is right for you. I don't know if you're good enough for this. I think you're going to fail. And you start believing these things if you listen to those voices. Carl Weathers was all about, man, listen, you ain't going to tell me I can't be great. I have a vision and I have drive. And through hard work, sacrifice, discipline, and an unrelenting, burning desire to win, Carl Weathers became an icon, became one of the most successful, actors in the world. And he made his dreams happen. So with that, I'm going to share with you some quotes, and then we're going to dissect them, and we're going to give some practical applications on how you can use some of these mindset principles in your own lives. All right, so quote number 1 from Carl Weathers: believe in yourself and all that you are. Know that there is something inside you that is greater than any obstacle. I love that one, guys. That one's fired me up a little bit just reading it. Because we forget how powerful we are. We forget how damn strong we are as human beings. And I'm not just talking about physical strength. I'm talking about that kind of strength that you got to go within. You got to go within. You got to go deep inside of yourself. And you got to find that flame. Because we all have that flame. And some of us have a flame that's burning bright and bright and bright. And some of us have a flame that's kind of going dim a little bit and needs some more ignition, needs some more fuel. Powerful thing about being a human being is you're able to go within, you're able to add more fuel to that flame on any given day. At any moment in the day, you can go within and you can add that fuel. And you can get your flame to burn brighter and brighter and brighter until there is nothing in front of you that you can't overcome. There is no obstacle that you can't smash. I'm getting fired up just talking right now, guys. That's what it's all about. And sometimes we allow the voice of fear to prevent us from adding fuel to that flame. We allow the voice of fear and we disguise that fear. We call it something else. We call it realism. I'm a realist, right? I'm not doubting myself. I'm just being realistic. There's no way that I can be as great as this person or as great as that person. I'm just being real with myself. I'm just being realistic. Man, fuck your realism. You know what I hate? I don't like cursing on this channel, but I'm getting a little fired up, man. So why not? Let's let the energy get out there. Shut up with that realism crap, man. If you want to be great, if you want to be something that nobody else has been, get the fuck after it and get out of your mind. Forget about being realistic. Your goals should be set so freaking high that it scares you. But it doesn't stop you. It doesn't stop you from getting after it. It doesn't stop you from pressing forward. What are the 2 things that I talk about all the time on this channel that you have control over 24/7 in your life? Effort and attitude. You maximize those 2 things, you're going to be unstoppable. But if you mix those 2 things with an unrelenting, burning desire to be great, the sky is not the limit. You're going higher than the sky. The second quote from Carl Weathers: success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Woo! I just keep getting more fired up, man. Another one, another banger. Guys, I talked about resiliency in a previous video, and I talked about how I hate when people say, when they talk about being resilient, they equate it to the ability to bounce back from adversity. Why would you ever want to go back? I think that's a stupid thing to say. right? Why would you want to bounce back? You want to march forward. And we're all going to experience failure. We all experience it in a multitude of different ways. You are going to lose several times in your life. You will embarrass yourself. You will look like an absolute fool. That's life. Get the fuck back up. Get back up. Learn from it. Learn from whatever it was that caused you to come up short. Whatever it was that knocked you on your ass. You take a second and you learn from it. But you don't dwell on it. You don't dwell on failure. You press forward and you keep going on and on and on until you make it happen. You know, people, let's use baseball players right now as an example. You know how many times baseball players strike out in a single season or throughout their career? Thousands and thousands of times over the course of a career. You think people remember those strikeouts? They remember the home runs. They remember the ribbies. They remember those big game-winning moments. You think if baseball players got stuck in the mentality of, I'm striking out too much, I suck, maybe I'm not cut out for this. Nah, man. They make the adjustments. They step up to the plate. They make adjustments at every at-bat. They press the fuck forward. And they keep it moving. You know, the Rocky movie is a great metaphor for that, because that was all about resilience. That was all about getting an ass whooping and coming forward from that ass whooping. You know, Rocky, I think it was the 6th Rocky movie, Rocky Balboa, where Sylvester Stallone had that iconic quote about, you know, life is all about, it's not about how hard you can hit, but how much you can take when you get hit. That's what it's all about, guys. It's what it's all about. Carl Weathers, that was his mindset. That was his mindset not only in those Rocky movies, but in real life, in his college career, in the NFL, in acting. I'm sure he had some failures. I mean, his NFL career didn't go that well. Otherwise, I think he would have probably continued to do that. But he took that and he pressed forward, got into acting, found another opportunity, and became obsessed with it and became great at it. So if you're watching this right now, you might be down in the dumps. You might be going through adversity. Maybe you're going through a breakup. Maybe you're going through a divorce. A huge life event that has knocked you on your ass. Get within yourself and light that flame again. Because you have control over that flame 24/7. 24/7, guys, we have control over that flame. You know how we do it? It's right up here. You go within. You go within. Whether that is sitting down and meditating, whether that is getting a piece of paper out and journaling, whatever it is, you have that ability. You have control over it. Don't let it control you. All right, I'm going to read about 2 more quotes, and then we're going to wrap this thing up. But this next one really resonates with me. Success is not just about making money. It's about making a difference. And, you know, guys, we're so fixated on money because you have to be. I mean, you need money to survive, especially if you're trying to put food on the table for a family. You need money. It's essential. And the more money you have, typically the less stress you're going to have, right? We all want that. We all want to have enough money to where we don't have to worry about it. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? Like I'm constantly in an entrepreneurial mindset, and I encourage people to do the same. You know, you should always look to, you know, that famous quote from The Dark Knight, from the Joker, right? If you're good at something, don't do it for free. You should try to monetize what you're good at. Nothing wrong with that. But why I like that quote, why it resonates with me, I would rather, you know, have enough money not to worry about it, but know that I'm doing a job that is making a difference in the world. To know that I'm helping people. To know that I'm not just, you know, one of these people that are, you know, not contributing anything to the world and have tons of money and are being reckless with it. And some people are being downright evil, you know, with their wealth. And I'm a big believer in karma. And karma catches everybody, regardless of who you are. We're seeing that right now with this guy, Vince McMahon, right? Billionaire. Has a ton of money, more money than he knows what to do with, but is an absolute scumbag of a human being and has gotten away with for years abusing women, treating people like shit. It's catching up to him. It is catching up to him, and karma is coming his way. Karma catches everybody. So I'm not telling you don't chase wealth. Listen, chase that wealth. Get that bread. Get that money. I'm the same way. I'm getting after that money. You best believe it. But let's also make a difference. Let's do something purposeful. Let's do something that we can look back on when we're in our 70s, 80s, you know what I mean? And sit there and say, you know what? I helped make the world a better place, and I'm leaving this world better than when I came into it. I'm going to read you guys one last quote from Carl Weathers before we wrap this thing up, and this one's an absolute banger. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Take the moment and make it perfect. Love this one. You know what, guys? A lot of times we find ourselves falling victim to our current environment, our current circumstances. And I'm not going to lie to you. Some people in life are dealt a bad hand. Some people in life, on the race of life, are positioned further away from the finish line than others. And that's a fact. We can sit here and we can gripe about it. We can complain about it. We can talk about how unfair life is, but that's not going to get you anywhere. But too often, we allow, again, the voice of negativity to take control of us and to tell us that, you know what? I'm so far back. I'm so far away from this goal that it's going to take so much time and effort to accomplish, and I just might as well not even try or just barely try. And then you wonder why it doesn't happen for you. You can't sit around all day and wait for the perfect moment. And you also can't expect somebody to give you that perfect moment, to serve it to you on a silver platter, because it's not going to happen. You have to create your own perfect moment. You have to create your own opportunities. And listen, sometimes that takes a lot of creativity. That takes a lot of risk taking. That takes, what I said earlier, going within yourself, lighting that flame, and taking a chance. You know what? You might fail. You might fail. Actually, I'll be honest with you, you probably will fail. But get back up, try again, and push forward, and keep going, and make the adjustments. And through doing this consistently and never giving up, you are going to find your way. And it might not be the same path as somebody else. More often than not, it's totally different. Your path to success is not the same as everybody else's path to success. Everybody finds their way differently. But if you're waiting for somebody to give that to you, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Sometimes you might get lucky. Sometimes, those opportunities might be served to you on a silver platter. Most of the time, they're not, though. And you got to get after it, and you have to make your own way. So I see this all the time, man. I see people complaining about how, they're not getting a promotion or they're not progressing in their career and this, that, the other thing. And I always ask these people, what are you doing to step outside of your comfort zone and to show that you're not only ready for that promotion, but you're ready for the next level above that? And the answer is always, well, nobody's giving me a chance. Nobody's giving me the opportunity to show that. Brother, sister, you're going to be waiting all day. Get the fuck up and get after it. Don't wait for your boss or your employer to give you an opportunity. Create your own opportunities. Show them that not only are you ready, but they should have promoted your ass a long time ago. With that being said, guys, I hope you liked this video. Hopefully you learned a lot from it. A lot of practical, mindset principles from the late, great Carl Weathers that you can apply to your own lives and your own challenges that you're currently facing. He's got a ton of other quotes out there, so if you want to look up some more of them, highly recommend you just Google Carl Weathers inspirational quotes. This guy was a mindset Jedi. I mean, he really was. And like I said earlier, we lost a legend, an absolute legend, and a great human being. So rest in peace, Carl Weathers. Until next time, guys, let's unleash greatness. Boom!